Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? It's Friday and I'm exhausted, man. Man. I have not been sleeping good. And last night, with it being the 4th, my kids wanting to pop off some fireworks. I didn't go to bed till about. I'm a nigga who need about 9 hours of sleep. I can do with 8 if my uh, my day wasn't too exhausting. And yesterday was pretty exhausting. I'm back to lifting. I'm back to boxing. I'm just back to really just, with this diabetes, I got to stay active or whatever. So I'm back to doing, just really just rebuilding myself, and that's taxing on you, man. So I didn't get to bed till a little bit too late last night, and I'm exhausted because of it. And hold up, wait a minute, pause. I gotta go grab something out the crib. I forgot something. Yeah, man, I'm back. I had to run in and grab my diabetes stuff, man. But peep game, we gotta get into this shit, man. And that is, man, oh man, oh man. Yesterday was an adventurous day. Not just because of the holidays, but Twitter provided us with some really good content to speak on. So let's speak on it, man. Ryan fucking Garcia, man. Man, oh man, oh man. We all heard what he said. We all heard how disparaging and inflammatory the shit that he decided to spew out of his mouth was. I just don't understand where the dude goes from here. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about non-black people, right? When they go on these rants and when they do stupid shit like go and blow a hole and shoot everybody up in a mass shooting or whatever, man, they always double back to mental illness as the crux to, somewhat not necessarily justify, but give reason and credence as to why they did what the fuck they did. And in this dude's case, I refuse to allow anybody to run off with the mental illness shit, because this dude was on record saying that he trolled the entire Devin Haney fight. Sometimes people get in, look at these trolls on the internet, on YouTube or whatever, how they'll just I can't Gaston. It was a dude named Gaston. He was, running around playing like he was this LA gangbanger, and they knew he wasn't, going to niggas' grave sites, spitting and pissing on niggas' grave sites, saying fuck they dead homies and all that shit. And when he got caught up to, and they beat the ever living shit out of this nigga, like embarrassingly beat him up. It's like, all right, yo, this is just some shit that I don't want to be, subject to ever again. And that scared him, as it should, because other people have got killed out there for doing shit that he's doing. What's the other kid? The kid named Neon. Like just they get off with making this YouTube content of trolling people, and people are temperamental. You dig what I'm saying? And you gonna troll the wrong motherfucker, and there's gonna be off with your head, noodles on the sidewalk. He's equivalent to them dudes. Man. All these motherfuckers going through the hood, going into different gang neighborhoods, trolling and all that. The little bitch ass dude up in California, going into different, gang neighborhoods, or, intentionally wearing the wrong colors to get a reaction out of the wolves on the street, on the block, or whatever in that particular neighborhood is corny. Because the minute, and it's like, yo, y'all keep playing these games, man, and y'all get niggas caught up with cases, because the shit that how you're presenting yourself is confrontational to them. So the minute you get to acting like that, the minute the guns get drawn, and when the guns get drawn, sometimes the motherfuckers just gonna be so far gone mentally. They just not mentally, but they just gonna be so far gone, and due to this, this war that they entrenched in, bro. It's just they not gonna give you time to run. They just gonna blow you, and you got the nerve to run up. It's a prank. And a lot of times y'all don't be blurring niggas' faces out of none of that shit, bro. It's corny shit, and he's subject to that, that type of energy. So I'm not one of them dudes who's about to sit here and use mental illness as an excuse for the behavior that he's been displaying for the, since he beat Devin Haney. Even before that, when he was fighting, leading up to the fight, the promotion for the Devin Haney fight, I'm not about to use that as an excuse. You eat a dick. You can eat a dick. You dig? And for you to go on there talking this nigger shit, nigger, that get that nigger out of here, it's like, bro, I knew countless of people who was in favor of Ryan Garcia. They were supportive of him, man. And the fact that it's so many people supporting him still is blowing me, bro. And the fact, bro, George Floyd, let's dig back up George Floyd and kill that nigger again. I want to join the KKK and all that, bro. I don't know what made you think that that was a smart thing to say, but it was uprisings nationwide behind what happened to George Floyd. George Floyd was just the straw that broke the camel's back. You did. We've been dealing with trauma porn for well over a decade. The Trump administration, not the Trump, but going back to the Obama administration, trauma porn with what I'm saying, being inhumanely slaughtered by the hand of these crack ass police officers, and none of them getting punished for their actions. None of that shit. You dig? George Floyd isn't the only victim that we saw get the life squeezed out of him. He's not the only one to go and suffer through that type of traumatic, that type of egregious act. We saw the same thing with Eric Garner. That was reminiscent of Eric Garner in Staten Island. And you gonna sit here and like, nah, bro, no. So that is what pushed people over the edge and said, all right, yo, something gotta give. And here the fuck we go. They tore downtown up here. Rest in peace, James Scurlock, the cracker who killed him, Jake Gardner or whatever. Because they said he allegedly committed suicide, but a lot of people don't believe that because they don't put suicides in the news. Allegedly, they don't release the names of a suicide victim, and his name was all in the news. But he allegedly has political ties up here, so they was able to get him up out of the city. He was able to get off on a murder beef. The dude had his gun permit and everything was expired. His license was expired to carry. He had to go renew that. That right there should have been a violation, but it wasn't. That devil did what he did to that young brother, and he never was reprimanded for it. So up here was felt by up here was impacted by the death of George Floyd in particular. So we felt that up here in the city. You dig? We was wilding up here to the point where the community leaders, they decided to have what they call like a peace rally or whatever at the Malcolm X site. Thousands of people showed up. And as we going home, the National Guard is coming down off the runways, ready to ride out. They imploring everybody, go home. Do not take y'all ass back out there again tonight looking to riot, because at this point in time, it's a shoot on sight. So all that shit happened due to the George Floyd death. And you got the nerve to sit there and say, let's dig up George Floyd again, and so we can kill that nigga. And you want to join the all right, bro, okay. If a motherfucker would do that to their blocks and their own city, what do you think they'll do to you? What do you think they'll do to you? If a motherfucker really ready, I'll fuck my whole city up and risk taking penitentiary chances to burn down some buildings, to vandalize some shit. I'm willing to take this shit all the way and clip one of you niggas. What do you think they'll do to somebody like you, bro? And you pussy, bro, because you'll sit there and you won't stand on that. You talk about how I can't be touched because God is with me. How once again you're displaying deviant behavior and then running back to Christianity, as if that is supposed to justify and nullify everything, man. You know who committed some of the most egregious acts in U.S. history under the guise of Christianity? The KKK, which is probably why you decided that you said the stupid shit that you said, but you wanted to be a part of them. Those are Christians. Those are Christians. They took and twisted that doctrine to feed their own wild, sick fantasies, and they've committed some of them. That's the biggest domestic level terrorists since the fucking bigger than the Alphabet Boys. Why? Because there's Carclarian Klans members in the fucking in these law enforcement agencies. And for well over 100 years, they was able to operate with impunity with terrorizing us. And they hid it. Everything that they did, they stood on the Bible. Everything that they did, they used a scripture to justify the acts that they committed. That's what they did. That's what they did. And you once again are being, sharing in the same sentiment, man. You're a disgusting human being, bro. And I really need somebody to do that to you. And your security team. Any security guard that's willing to stand with him after he just said what he said, you need to be a victim of a circumstance as well. That's just how I'm feeling about it, man. The nerve of a lot of you niggas and this Negroes in that man's camp that's holding him down and justifying the shit that he's doing. Even saying the wild shit that he was saying, the Sneeko, bro. I can't stand Sneeko. I don't like none of them. A lot of these podcasters, these disrespectful dudes who come over here and disrespect Black Americans and the plight that we've been through in this country for y'all, and the fact that we've even been, we put y'all in position to come over here, y'all still have the most disparaging things to say about us. It's just, it's a slap in the face. So I don't like Sneeko bitch ass neither. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. But the wild shit you say, for him to even say, you're gonna regret saying this. For him to say that, because he understands, yo, bro, this is, this is beyond the point of being, this is pretty much unforgivable right here. This is pretty much unforgivable. He wasn't wrong. And it's just baffling me that there's Negroes in here that, on that space that was willing to hold him down and dismiss the shit that he was saying, bro. That was clear bigotry, bro. And was another thing. I spent half the day banging on the forums yesterday, and there's people talking about, oh, we say this shit, we made it cool. I'm like, yo, y'all are not about to point the finger at us, man. Nobody has been through that level of subjugation up here in this country. They haven't. Nobody has been through what we've been through as a people. So I'm not in a position. I'm not about to sit here and explain to you why we do what we do. What we do is what we do. What we do is our business, man. It needs no explanation. We created hip hop. We created a multitude of different cultures up here on this soil. And we were ostracized in the midst of creating the shit. And it took years for motherfuckers to want to get on board to be down with it. It took years for that. Hip hop wasn't supposed to make it out of the 80s. Rock and roll, jazz, none of that shit that shit didn't get love like that outside of us. That didn't get love outside of us. And now everybody wants to be a part of it. And with that, by that metric, they use shit like, yo, well, y'all call each other niggas. How come y'all put it in y'all rap music and all this and all that? How y'all expect them not to say it? I heard a motherfucker say that word is universal now, and I wigged out. The pain and suffering ain't universal, though. That's what you not getting, nigga. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro. Just what we do is what we do. It baffles me how a motherfucker can sit there and be willing to give somebody an explanation as to why we do what it is that we do, and blame us for other people's bigotry. Let's not act like nigga is a word that they have never said before it became popular, accepted in popular culture. Let's not act like that. Nigga is a word that they have freely used for decades. You're not about to sit there and stand behind fucking popular culture as a reason why you get to say whatever it is that you say. No, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. All you bitch ass niggas who sit there and justify this type of behavior, bro, shame on you. Which brings me to Punch Drunk's bitch ass. I'm on his live last night, and anybody who stands over there and defends Ryan Garcia for the rants that he went on, stay over there. As far as I'm concerned, you drawing your line in the sand. And to further talk about, and to further, expose your point of view, y'all want to talk about how much of a difference there is between the A and the ER ending. Bitch ass nigga, he said both. Fuck out of here. Punch, bro, like, for real? I don't know what it is with you dudes, man. You Spanish dudes who have gotten way too comfortable with just being in proximity to black society. Now all of a sudden you feel, you get an opinion on it without having to be ostracized for it. This dude is talking about, I ain't no coloring, but I'm not no crayon in the coloring box, but you'll damn sure bang your Latino your Latino title, as if that is any like no, bro. What people don't realize is this, man. When browner skinned people of immediate African origins, when we say we're black, we're simply saying we're derivatives of black skinned people, African people. That's where the term black comes from. Darker complected people. So when we say there's Mexicans who are my complexion, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. There's Saudis who's my complexion, yes, but it's more to the complexion. It's the phenotype, it's the hair texture, it's a multitude of other things. It's the facial well, that dives into the phenotype and all that, bro. But it's the way the cheekbones are structured and everything, the way the head is shaped, the skull is shaped, and all that shit. It's a conglomerate of things that says this right here is a black man. It's a conglomerate of things. And black simply is a derivative. When we say black, that means we're derivatives of dark-skinned people, black-skinned people. Kemet, the first recorded civilization in human history. What did Kemet mean? Land of the blacks. You dig? So for him to sit there and say some stupid shit like I'm not gonna relegate myself to a crayon, a color in a crayon box or whatever, but you'll sit there and bang a Latino title, and you too stupid to realize that Latin is a fucking language, a dead language that they spoke up there in Italy. All y'all rites that y'all read and the prayers and everything that y'all say in Catholicism, they speak that shit in Latin. All that shit is in Latin. So how you won't relegate yourself to a crayon box, but you'll relegate yourself to a dead language. It's the dumbest shit in the world, the dumbest narratives that these dudes pull out their ass to try to sound smarter than what they are. Hispanic, Latino, those are giving credences to the land that the language that those people speak, those mestizos speak, is giving credence to the land, their homeland in which that language was created in. Dumbass. Motherfuckers swear they so fucking smart, bro. Stay over there as far as I'm concerned. Anybody rocking with him and looking for reasons to justify what Ryan did, stay over there with them. All you niggas, man. I'm irritated with Devin Haney as well. He's been doing shit to really ruffle my feathers as well. But a lot of you dudes are getting a kick out of this whole out of this whole fiasco because y'all think because Ryan beat him, that somehow makes gives Tank Davis a victory over him. No. And because of that, y'all can't stay. Y'all gonna kick Devin Haney when he's down to elevate Tank Davis. And now look at y'all. Y'all look stupid as shit. Y'all look stupid. Y'all stay the fuck over there. As far as I'm concerned. Stay the fuck over there. All of this shit looks wild. Henry Garcia talking about them nappy-headed comments he made about Bill Haney. Stay over there, bro. Stay the fuck over there. Nappy hair. The apple don't fall too far from the tree, I guess. Y'all can't come nowhere near me, man. Y'all shouldn't be. At no point in y'all life should y'all be ingratiated back in the black society, bro. Stay over there. Stay the fuck over there. Punch drunk, stay the fuck over there. You is not somebody that I want to talk to, bro, ever. Ever. I could never stand. No. At some point, you got to have integrity. Enough integrity to draw that line in the sand and say, nah, bro, that shit was out of pocket. I don't condone none of this sucker shit right here. How dare you? Where's your pride as a black man, bro? Where's your pride as a black man? Where's your pride, Where's your sense of self-righteousness, man? To say, yo, this is what we own. This is what we doing. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. We just forced to be, we're just so socially awkward and engineered to kind of just internalize, trauma in the manner that we do. We're just completely desensitized to disrespect by any and everybody. He can't be raised. He's Mexican. I'm arguing with some fool online yesterday. Every time Canelo and Benavidez's name gets brought up in the debate, he had, it's some Uncle Ruckus gift that he tags me in or whatever, as he's banging on behalf of someone like a David Benavidez. I'm like, yo, you do realize these are two Mexican fighters, right? You do realize that. He's telling me, you ain't black. You ain't black. Why? Because I'm not a David Benavidez fan. I'm not black. As if David Benavidez is black. Or just as black as I am. Like all the brethren are supposed to be on one accord and push on behalf of David Benavidez. Just the dumbest shit in the world. And this fool had the nerve to, people kill me with this, right? Like, they push this notion that Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, they're all, they're somehow our brethren in this struggle or whatever the case may be, and they have African ancestry and all this shit. And because of that, they get free. They can say that shit. They can say nigga because they're one of us. They're one of us, and I'm like, dog, no, you're acting as if they didn't. The same shit, the same plight that blacks went through in California and Chicago and other areas that have a seismic Mexican population. The niggas up in New York would do the same thing with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans. Them blood chapters that got started up in New York was at the hands of Latin King oppression. Hence, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. The fuck are you talking about? That's the stupidest shit in the world, bro. They have words for us that speak to us. Disparaging with Coca-Colas, they call us that. Now, of course, I'm not talking about every individual Mexican, every individual Dominican or Puerto Rican, I'm not talking about every individual Spanish-speaking mestizo. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the large contingency of those who are bigoted. They call us Coca-Colas as well up there in New York. And on the East Coast, and Caribbean Spanish-speaking motherfuckers, they do. It's not just Mexicans calling us mayates and coming up with colloquialisms to disrespect us. They do that shit as well. And we just supposed to sit there and be accepting of it because of this fictitious notion that all Dominicans and Puerto Ricans are black just because they have a seismic black population there. And when I start bringing up places like Brazil, who has the biggest the biggest demographic of black people outside of the continent of Africa, I get crickets. There's a multitude of black people in a lot of these countries. That does not stop the bigotry in those countries. And that does not make everybody black because of the seismic black population there. We're one of the smallest demographics up here in this country in America. Does that make everybody white? Because they're the numerical majority up here? No. I don't get the same civil liberties as a white man. And if I do, I gotta go through that. I gotta go through hell to get them. Y'all got the game fucked up, man, with just your logic. It's so baseless with, is baseless. How y'all come to the conclusions that y'all come to. And he also says some stupid shit like, oh, northern Mexicans, they get a pad. They with us. Just the dumbest shit in the world. Like, what's the difference between a northern Mexican and a southern Mexican? Especially when they've allegedly clicked up in the prison systems, bro. Y'all better, like, what? Y'all don't watch with this platform on here. It's a multitude of OG homies who got insight on what's going on. Cartoon 5-3 is one of them, man. He's the first person I heard speak on that. Norteños and Sureños clicking up. You know what type of hell that's going to, man, y'all use about a dumb nigga. And I said that to him, like, you a different type of nigga, man. You can sit there and make all them Uncle Ruckus gifts about me, but you would be accepting of northern Mexicans and Dominicans and Puerto Ricans saying the word nigga, as if because they're closer to us in proximity or whatever, they may stand next to us on some or whatever type shit. That no, bro, they don't get no pass for saying that. Just like you wouldn't get no pass for calling them no fucking racial epithet by way of brotherhood. You don't get no pass for that, and you shouldn't want to. It drives me absolutely insane when I gotta explain to these Latinos how wild the shit y'all are saying is. And then when I say, can I greet you in brotherhood by way of a racial epithet? Oh, they don't call each other that. It's different. Don't fucking matter. Don't fucking matter. And when I tell them about my brother-in-law who said what it is, who made the who called himself what he called himself on his IG post, once again I'm getting crickets. Do I get the rights to call him that? My wife is Mexican and Guatemalan. Do I get the rights to say the most disparaging things I can say about the Latino demographic because I somehow circumvent being a racist and a bigot towards Latinos because of who my wife is? No, bro. No. There has to be boundaries established, man. I don't have beef with the with the mestizo population. I don't. Abroad, no. I don't. And as I stated before, I'm willing to concede to the notion that I can understand that it is popular culture. The word nigga just slips off the tongue of everybody because it's just how desensitized and watered down the word has become. That don't make it right though. That don't make it right, man. We was just in Dallas last week, man, and we had some of the most. That's probably the best Mexican food I ever had in my life. Don Romilo's. I think that was his name. I think that was the name of it. It wasn't no restaurant or nothing. It was just dude's backyard. Yo, hey, yo, man, y'all slide through. He did plates. It was equivalent to somebody giving out plates, doing plates or whatever. They got the menu and he cooks it in his backyard. And the backyard is set up. They got the tent and everything. They got tables outside. It's a vibe. And Shorty came up to her. She was talking if she was cool and all that, man. But as the end of the night, yeah, man, I don't know why that nigga got the. Oh yeah, I gotta go. So I understand that it's popular culture for everybody to say nigga, but I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. And what I want y'all outsiders to do is y'all come up with a culture that's gravitational to the outsiders. And y'all take a word. I'm not justifying us using the word, but what I want, so y'all can see how it feels. Y'all come up with a culture, and in y'all culture, y'all turn a negative into a positive, and y'all allow all the outsiders outside of your demographic to start using that freely, comfortably, and looking at and got the nerve to look at you like you done lost your mind when you feel when you feel offended by them saying it. That's where y'all will understand what the fuck we go through, bro. Everything that we do was not created for y'all. It wasn't. From hip hop on, bro, this is something that was supposed to be galvanized amongst the people. Y'all were accepted in. Act like it. Respect this boundary line that just can't be breached. And y'all don't do that. And because y'all don't respect it, they don't respect it. And because y'all are so desensitized to respect, y'all will allow someone like a Ryan Garcia to get away with the shit that he's saying. Y'all would allow him to get away with saying the shit that he was saying and go as far as blaming us for him saying that. It's our fault that he's bigoted. If y'all wouldn't call yourselves niggas, he wouldn't be calling you a nigger. What kind of logic is that? Punch drunk? It's about a dumb bro. Man, oh man. I done came across some dumb motherfuckers in my lifetime, man. On this platform. Punch gotta be he gotta be the dumbest. Gotta be the dumbest. Gotta be the dumbest, man. I don't get how you can I don't get how y'all don't get with that word. It's a certain level of anxiety that we go through when we hear it from outsiders, man. Unless you too dense minded and I'm tired of people talking about it's a coastal thing. And it's only relegated to the Latinos. As if the Asians ain't doing it. As if the Asians ain't saying it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Stay over there as far as I'm concerned. Any nigga that's standing with Ryan, stay over there. If you got a shred of dignity as a black man, you would completely separate yourself from that dude before you become a victim of a circumstance. Charleston White, when Charleston White was running off at the mouth as reckless as he was, and they start, they canceling shows and all that, and he calling security. Nah, bro, we can't be around you. You too radioactive. This shock jock shit. You are not about to put a target on my back, holding you down. I'm not about to be. No, I'm not having that. I still got family to go to or whatever. But I mean, just at some point you got to stand on some sort of principle. And when you that reckless, you put everybody around you in danger. You're already somewhat in danger because you're a security guard, man. But it's levels to danger. And when you would stand in unison with someone who's displaying erratic behavior and bigoted behavior, now it's people who want to get at them, and they'll do whatever it is they got to do to get at them, which means go through you, blow you down just to get. Because a lot of you dudes ain't strapped. Y'all niggas is just y'all meatheads. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't, a motherfucker put a certain amount of pressure on y'all gonna fold. Especially when the burners start getting pulled. If you got a shred of dignity as a black man, or if you have a shred of dignity as a human being, you got to understand this is something that I can't co-sign. This is something that I will not look to preserve and protect, because this doesn't need protection. When a motherfucker is talking about, I want to join the Klan and all that shit, as a white person, you need to separate yourself from that, unless you want to be a part of that Klan. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Any nigga, any Negro standing next to that dude needs to be. They need to do it to this dude. Whatever they just do it to him. Do it to him. I can't be touched. I got God with me. No, you got 15, 20 security guards with you. Which really ain't shit, because if a motherfucker really want to press that line, it ain't nothing for him to go and get 30 of his homies. Man, a nigga would do you dirt, bro. You pussy, bro. You can fight. You can fight. You can fight for you. Even with you beating Devin Haney in the manner that you beat him in, it would take somebody of a certain ilk to be able to do that. With or without drugs and cheating. So yeah, you can scrapple it, but ain't no gutter type ways to you. Ain't no gangster shit about you or whatever, man. If a motherfucker run up on you, if a motherfucker start giving you that really weird type energy, that funny type, like I'm on that type energy, you gonna fold, bro. Bowels is gonna evacuate your body. You gonna piss yourself in some more. You're not built like that. You ain't built. If a gun is around, when the minute the nigga get to talking about, I got it on me, you gonna fold. Oh man, he has a gun, man. I know for a fact you are. You painting your fingernails and all that, bro. Look at how Tank treated you and fucked you off in the club, bro. Grabbed you by your chains and shit, bro. But you a tough guy now. You'll never be touched and tested because God got you. All right, bro. Somebody got to do it to him. When they get done to him, I'm going to catch the Holy Ghost. I might put one in the air and tip a bottle, and I don't even do all that shit. Don't drink, don't smoke, never have. But for that, man, that might be cause to celebrate. I'm outie, man. Deuces.